In today's video, I'll be counting down the top 10 richest celebrities in the world. Today, the measurement of wealth of these celebrities is the amount of money they've made. All of the individuals on this list will have familiar faces, but some of them may surprise you, from athletes to actors to musicians. All 10 of the individuals have had a prolific year that has been very kind on their wallets. So without further ado, let's begin the countdown at Number 10. Cristiano Ronaldo. The football star garnered millions thanks to his player contracts and sponsorships in his tenure at Real Madrid. He earned his 5th Ballon d'Or, the award given to the world's best soccer player. He had 44 appearances for the Spanish club and totaled a remarkable 44 goals. The big news, however, is the blockbuster signing that came on July 10th when CR7 left Madrid and took his talents to his new club in Italy, Juventus. Juventus managed to snag the Portuguese superstar for a pretty 120 million euros in a 5-year contract. Along with that massive pile of cash, Ronaldo has copious sponsorships, including Electronic Arts, Herbalife, and also a $1 billion lifetime contract with Nike. All these sources of income result in Cristiano holding the title of the world's 3rd highest paid athlete and the 10th highest paid celebrity. Number 9. Ed Sheeran makes a list with $110 million earned last year. And he's one of the most well-known musicians on the planet. The Englishman resides in London, where he collects massive checks coming from his streams and sold-out concerts. While Ed Sheeran isn't the highest musician-related person on the list, he is one of the highest-paid solo artists in the world, which is amazing, considering some of the big names of solo performing artists including Beyoncé, Ariana Grande, or Justin Bieber. Perhaps the most remarkable fact to note concerning Sheeran's appearance on this list is that the man is only 29 years old. It's rather amazing how quick the young man solidified himself as a music star, and he's got millions of dollars to show for it. Number 8. Lionel Messi. The Argentinian has spent his entire football career at Barcelona, and it doesn't look like he'll be leaving anytime soon. In November of 2011, Messi signed a contract extension that keeps him at the Spanish club until 2021 and ensures that the club pays him an annual salary bonus in excess of $80 million, making him the highest paid for his work on the pitch. Last year, he scored 45 goals in all competitions and holds the record for the most goals scored in a single La Liga season, which makes sense considering he is La Liga's top scorer of all time. Along with his massive football contract, Messi has a lifetime contract with Adidas and other sponsorships such as Gatorade, Pepsi, and MasterCard. In total, Messi generated $112 million just last year. Number 7. Coldplay has become one of the biggest bands of all time. The big ticket item that got them the spot on the list was the massive tour they went on over the past 2 years. Chris Martin and Company's A Head Full of Dreams tour grossed more than $500 million in its 2-year 5-continent run. That total means Coldplay trails only U2's 360 tours and Rolling Stone Big Bang tour. On the all-time list besides these two bands and the Beatles and perhaps one or two others, there really isn't a more successful band that exists. The band managed to rake in $15.5 million last year alone. Number 6. U2 just barely tops Coldplay as the highest paid musical group in the world thanks to their tour of the 30th year anniversary of their album, The Joshua Tree. This tour grossed over $300 million, making it the most lucrative outing. Along with the tour, the band released their 14th studio album called Songs of Experience. Chrono and Company has made a case for themselves being the best rock band of all time. While their success can be ignored, that is certainly a debate for another time. Last year, the band pulled in around $118 million. Number 5. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is everywhere these days. Turn on your television and within minutes, this massive, bald man will find his way onto the screen. Without a doubt, Johnson is the go-to action hero in movies today. Thanks to his colossal following on social media, The Rock is able to negotiate contracts for his movies, making him the highest paid actor in the world. Last year, Johnson was able to total his revenue of $124 million. Along with his millions made from movies, Johnson also starred in the HBO series Ballers and produced and hosted a show on NBC called The Titan Games. Number 4. Judy Scheinlin is perhaps the most surprising on this list, but as it turns out, Judge Judy makes bank. The eponymous show has been on the air for 22 seasons and is watched by an average of more than 10 million viewers a day. From Judge Judy alone, Judy makes $47 million a year. But what Judy got so high on this list for was selling the rights to a massive library last year. I'm not sure how big and how extensive a library has to be able to sell rights for $100 million. But Judge Judy's library is just that. With that amazing sell and the money earned from her incredibly successful show, Judy Scheinlin earned $147 million last year. Number 3. Kylie Jenner. The third celeb on this list is the youngest on the list and soon to be the youngest self-made billionaire. The reality TV star Kylie Jenner has made millions on her makeup company last year. Her profits continue to soar, and she was able to pull in $166 million herself. Currently, Jenner is worth just under $1 billion, but it seems it won't be too long until she hits that magic number. Kylie Cosmetics has sold more than $630 million worth of makeup since its foundation in February 2016. Kylie Cosmetics has since expanded into eyeshadow, highlighters, eyeliner, and more, keeping in mind the young mogul is just 23 years old. Number 2. George Clooney. But it wasn't his acting that placed him above his fellow Hollywood star. George Clooney sold the tequila company that he started with his friends Rhonda Gerber and Mike Fieldman. The company called Casamigos was purchased by British liquor giant Diageo for an astonishing $700 million. So while Mr. Clooney may not be acting much these days, don't worry, he's still able to put food on the table. Thanks to this monster transaction, Clooney was able to rake in $239 million for himself. Number 1. Floyd Mayweather. On August 26, 2017, Floyd "Money" Mayweather and the notorious Conor McGregor fought in what is known as the Money Fight, or the biggest fight in combat sports history. Needless to say, and as I'm sure you've heard, Mayweather won a whole lot of money that night, and not just because he won the fight, Floyd was also the promoter of the fight. Throughout his career, Mayweather has served as his own promoter. From winnings, promotion fees, and sponsorships, the undefeated boxer was able to pull in $285 million just last year, making him the world's highest paid celebrity. Mayweather is by far the highest paid box of the sport has ever seen. In fact, his all-time earnings are close to $1 billion, making him the first $1 billion man in boxing, and he doesn't even sell a miniature portable grill. So at $285 million in the last fiscal year, Floyd "Money" Mayweather is the highest paid celebrity. Let us know in the comments what you think of the list. Which name surprised you? Did we miss any of your favorite celebs? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.